So today I just wanted to address one of the major questions that I get regarding this expedition, and that is, how exactly am I going to be promoting world peace through all these nations? How am I going to be facilitating peace through tourism as I travel to all these sovereign nations on my own and with time constraints as well? So this is the most important question about my trip, and it is one that I get asked very often. The fact that I'm traveling the world and promoting peace through tourism through the International Institute of Peace Through Tourism is actually the foundation of my expedition. It's the backbone of my trip, and it's not only how I'm going to be able to create positive change throughout the world and fulfill my inner desire to want to enhance our world and our cultures as a whole, but it's also how I'm going to be able to get into most of these countries. It's through knowing leaders and having friendships with people and chapters of organizations all over the world to have an easier time to get in and also be able to promote my message of peace through tourism throughout this expedition. So it's, like I said, it's a passion of mine, and if I'm going to get a little personal, I'm single, I'm on my own, I'm young, and I really feel like that I just want to make use of myself and my life and promote something that's going to be beneficial to other people and not just myself. I want to be able to create a message, create a legacy, and fulfill a dream at the same time. So this trip, it's a record that I'm trying to break. It's traveling the world, but for me it really goes deeper than that, because I want to be able to create a message and inspire the youth, because that's really where it all stems from, is the youth. It's how we can create change, is through engaging the youth of generations and women especially. So it's a passion that I have, and it's how I want to personally contribute to better enhancing our world, and it makes me feel good. So that's why I'm traveling for peace, and peace through tourism specifically. Everyone can relate to it. It's something that everyone ideally wants, and it's something that I just it makes me feel whole and completed, and that's why I'm traveling for world peace. So that's kind of my background. How it's actually gonna work is I'm going to be traveling to, say, my first stop is Kiribati, and after that I'm going to New Zealand. So New Zealand, Nigel Pilkington is one of the Skull presidents. So Skull International is an organization that it's a professional organization of tourism leaders around the world promoting global tourism and friendship. It's the only international group uniting all branches of the travel and tourism industry. Its members, the industry's managers and executives, meet at local, national, and regional and international levels to discuss and pursue topics of common interest. There's over 16,000 members in 393 clubs across 80 nations. So Skull International is going to be one of the major organizations of leaders that I'm going to be meeting with in the 86 sovereign nations. So one of those first nations is New Zealand. Nigel Pilkington is helping me organize the leaders that I'm going to be meeting with in Skull International, and I'm going to be meeting with him as my first leader. And with each leader that I meet with, I'm going to be organizing a kind of event, a little small event at a local high school or university, where we're going to bring together upwards of 300 students, as many students as possible who are interested in travel, tourism, and want to witness myself giving the CREO, otherwise known as the Declaration of Peace, to the Skull President, or the Minister of Tourism, or the leader. And afterwards I'm going to be having a question and answer with the students and presenting the global passports, which I will show you at the end of this video, and just trying to engage the students and the women in particular, the youth, and trying to ask them the question of how they think we can promote peace through tourism and what their definition is, what does peace even mean to them, and this is what the documentary is going to be based off of. So the idea is to meet with a leader, either it be a skull president, minister of tourism, or mayor of a town, city, or village, at a local auditorium or village, that engages high school students or university students or both, presenting the credo of the peaceful traveler to them, and then engaging the youth as well. It's, it'll be a few hour kind of event, and it's what my documentary is going to be based off of. It's how I'm going to get that message across. It's how these students are going to be able to engage themselves and learn about peace through tourism and the International Institute of Peace Through Tourism. So the credo is very important. This is what I'm going to be delivering to each, or offering to each leader in each country, in each sovereign nation. And the credo is this: the IIPT Credo of the Peaceful Traveler. Grateful for the opportunity to travel and experience the world, and because peace begins with the individual, I affirm my personal responsibility and commitment to journey with an open mind and gentle heart, accept with grace and gratitude the diversity I encounter, revere and protect the natural environment which sustains all life, appreciate all cultures I discover, respect and thank my hosts for their welcome, offer my hand in friendship to everyone I meet, support travel services that share these views and act upon them, and, by my spirit, words, and actions, encourage others to travel the world in peace. And this is through the International Institute of Peace Through Tourism. This is what I'm going to be presenting to each skull leader, minister of tourism, or mayor of a town, city, and village in the form of a piece of paper. And then the event is what is going to bring everyone together, and what's actually going to be creating awareness of world peace. So through each 300 students that I meet with in each sovereign nation, I mean, it's just the amount of youth and women to empower through this peace offering is going to just be so vast. It's going to be able to spread to so many people the message of peace through tourism and the International Institute of Peace Through Tourism. What I'm doing with this expedition is going to be able to span across a huge amount of people, the youth in general, and women. So that's that. So now you know what Skull International is, who they are, what type of organization, and the leaders that I'm going to be meeting with, the Skull presidents in each nation. So the other types of leaders that I'm going to be meeting with are ministers of tourism. So Dr. Taleb Rifai is the UN Secretary General for Tourism, and I'm working closely with him to organize which and how many ministers of tourism I'm going to be meeting with in each country, how I'm going to be able to meet with them, where they're located, and it's going to be the same type of ordeal as meeting with the Skull presidents, where I'm going to have an event with students, presenting them the credo, and distributing the global passports. So the other type of leaders that I'm meeting with are mayors of towns, cities, and villages. And that also Mr. Taleb Rifai is going to be able to help me with. I'm going to be attending the World Travel and Tourism Council Global Summit in Madrid, Spain next month. And I'm going to be meeting with Taleb again. And we're going to be discussing exactly how I'm going to be able to effectively reach each leader and distribute the Declaration of Peace to them. So I hope this helped you kind of learn a little bit about how I'm going to be promoting peace through tourism throughout this expedition, and how huge it is for me to be doing this, how powerful it is, and how much of a, my trip is based off of peace through tourism, and how I'm going to be able to create that to facilitate change throughout our world with peace through tourism. So I hope this helped you understand. If you have any other questions in regards to my expedition, or how I'm going to be able to facilitate peace through tourism, if you're confused, or if you have other questions, or I didn't really wasn't able to explain as clearly as you'd like to, please feel free to comment or ask me questions, because again, this is very important. It's not something I want people to look over, and just see that I'm doing this for a record. I want them to really understand why I'm doing it and how much of an influence the International Institute of Peace Through Tourism and promoting peace through tourism is throughout this expedition. So thank you so much for watching, and stay updated. Thanks.